Hey guys, it's Greg, and it's Friday here at No Man Walks Alone. We're talking about the new arrivals for the week. We have a lot of Italian stuff this week, some tailoring, some more casual, but all 100% made in Italy, and actually all with makers that we've been working with since the beginning of the creation of the store already. Guys like Rota for trousers, Ginglese for shirts, Bigi Milano for ties, or Valstar for outerwear that you'll see the other videos that are going to be posted as well about new arrivals from those makers this week. Right now we're talking about Bigi, and Bigi is one of our favorite tie makers. They are based in Milan. If you ever get a chance to visit them, they are based in this beautiful historic townhouse in the center of Milan. And it's a family business. The name of the family is Bigi, as you could have guessed. And Stefano and Paola are the third generation that are running the business now. And the fourth generation is actually like well into the business and ready to take over. They make great work. They make a Milanese tie, which is a little bit different from a Napolitan tie. It has a little bit of a heavier interlining. It's a little bit more body to it. Typically in the summer can be unlined or untipped, for example, but typically would have just a little bit more of a business vibe to it as opposed to a leisurely vibe to it. So let's jump into what we have for this season. We got a few things that are coming back as well as some new styles. We work with Bigi to create those block stripes because I love block stripes and I think you guys love block stripes as well. And I think two-tone block stripes are some of the best ties guys can have, and you can have a lot of them that are in low contrast, high contrast. There's a little bit of an ivy vibe to it. They're very, very good when you're wearing a sport coat, for example, not a suit, like a check jacket, and they work really, really well. So we looked at different colors of silks, and the guys at Bigi were able to create exactly the block stripe we wanted with exactly the width that we wanted for the stripes. So hopefully you guys like them. We're going to continue to make new block stripes every season. So we have it in 3 colors. They're in that kind of like 36 ounce, like a nice, like heavy silk twill. We have the navy and tan. We have the navy and kind of lilac pink. And we have this like low contrast of chocolate and blue. Moving on to the prints, because prints are always great for the summer season. Both of those are a mix of wool, linen, and silk. I forgot exactly which, but you can see that on the product description page. This one is a pretty lightweight tie that has, this one I think is cotton and silk. It has this beautiful olive background and a great neat print. Super useful, always works great with suits. And then a very summery tie. The way the colors like printed on this linen mixed fabric is very special. It looks a little bit washed, and it's something that's going to look fantastic with a white linen shirt, for example. Then here we have our 4 grenadines for the season. We have obviously the solid grenadines in navy, in burgundy, and in black. Except that when we do them for spring, summer, we do them untipped and hand rolled. So they're much lighter. And when you see them like, through the light, you can see a little bit of like the transparency in the tipping. And that's very exciting because it's a really useful tie you can wear when you're wearing stripes and patterns or something. Oh, are you wearing it? Oh, you're wearing it on top of a stripe. That makes a lot of sense. You know what you're doing. So navy, burgundy, and black, and then we have this grenadine. So these are Gasa Grossa, that's like thicker, bigger knot. This is Gasa Fina, which is that very small grenadine knot. They're also untipped. Also, you can see my fingers through them, but this one is obviously different colors: olive, navy, and gray, silver. And then finally, we have our jacquard ties, where the pattern is woven into the fabric, a little bit like that grenadine, of course, but it's not printed like this. So when you look at this one, for example, it also has a neat pattern but the knit pattern is woven into the fabric, is part of the way the silk is woven. And this one is particularly beautiful. It's this really dark burgundy with those kind of like fallen confetti shapes, a little bit retro, a little bit Art Deco, but not too much that it's weird. And the colors are really pretty. This one is a mix of linen and wool and silk, I think. Again, I may be wrong, but you can see the composition on the side. And then here, the stripes are obviously woven in very complementary, like beautiful colors. And also, if you look really closely, you will see that even the type of weave is different when you move from one stripe to another. This is more of a Panama weave, and this is more of like a kind of a micro herringbone twill. So it's really pretty in person, and obviously a lot of work goes into it. And then finally there's Jacquard, which is a little bit more of a classic, but does have a little bit of a retro vibe to it. Again, not a print, this is woven in. So you have those little cubes that feel a little bit Art Deco, and a great tie to wear over suit. And then we always try to keep in stock the linen white pocket squares, because it's something that's so useful, especially in the summer during the wedding seasons. You want like a nice pocket square to go with your suit. I think that's it for Bigi. Thank you.